Hey folks, Moose here. Want to talk about the D4s. Now I've had these in the office for almost 2 months now. I have had them in the blowing nasty sands of Monument Valley. I've had them into the cold, frosty, salty, nasty world of Oregon coast and storms. I even did my first air-to-air with them this last weekend. I'm here to tell you these cameras do an amazing job. There's one there that's shooting the video. I've got this one here. I just simply can't get enough of these D4s. Now, one of the first common questions is, what's the S stand for? Now, I've not been told officially what it stands for. I've heard lots of different things, but for myself, my own mind, the S in D4S stands for simply one thing. Seriously, that is just sexy as heck. No, the S doesn't stand for sexy. It stands for speed. This bad boy has it. You know, with the Lexar cards in here, I'm ripping 11 frames per second. And as you heard, there's one hell of a buffer on this puppy. It just keeps on going. And that's what I like about this camera. It just keeps on going. Now, it has the Speed 4 chip in there. And I have no doubt that the speed that I'm experiencing, we're all experiencing with this camera, comes from that baby, okay? Now, the D4, the D4s, is the D4s worth the upgrade? Well, you just heard what my answer is. Right? You just want to go around the house doing that. It's just amazing what this bad boy can do. But on a serious note, okay, the speed. When I did that thing right there, they did the air-to-air last weekend. I was in the auto area AF mode, and it locked onto the focus so fast. I never had to wait for it. I never had to think about it. In fact, it was not even an issue. I put my eye on the camera, I just shot. I ranged the elements, I moved the planes around, and just shot. I didn't have to wait for it to focus. I don't remember doing that before. That was simply a joy. It's got the face detection matrix metering, okay? And I have no clue how that thing works. I've not been told. I haven't figured it out yet, and it's driving me nuts. But the face detection matrix metering does a gorgeous job with metering. I love it. With that 6-stop range of the sensor, it's just rocking it. Now, the vast majority of time, I'm using the new group area autofocus. Group area autofocus. Boy, these terms are getting too long for me. Anyway, the group area autofocus is this new autofocus system in here, and it really just is top of the mark. I just love the way it works. Now, in the custom settings, you go in, and my custom settings are all on the website. You can go in there, you can change it so rather than 4 squares, they're just 4 dots. And you can move around here with this vastly improved little button right here. I don't know how they can improve it, but to me it works a whole lot better. And I'm telling you, that group area AF and the face detection matrix metering just really are amazing in this camera. They really rock. I've even had some people say, hey Moose, don't you notice the images from the D4s almost have kind of a 3D kind of depth to them? I hadn't really thought about it until he pointed it out. But it really does, and I think it has to do with that metering, the face detection, matrix metering, and the group area AF. Those features alone really make the D4s worth buying over the D4 or upgrading, okay? Now you got the bigger buffer, bigger frames per second, okay? You have the 1080, 60 video, and if you're a video person, you'd be really excited. I'm not a video person. But, it works really well. I'm doing it right now. It has so much other cool things in here. The fact that you can program every one of these buttons a million ways to Sunday just boggles my mind. And I have to tell you, the first time I go, that's really cool. And then the next time going, what do I do? I have to go look at the menu and go, oh yeah, because it really changes every way you use this camera body. I love that. Now, the really important thing is, after all these great features, is the image quality. And I'm loving it. I've made a lot of 24x30s. I've made a couple 40x60s already, and they're spectacular. They're coming out of this camera, and I'm absolutely loving the results. Now, the battery, a tad more power out of the battery, a little more life. I like that, okay? But it's got so much more it's doing, I'm really quite impressed it's doing that. This camera, okay, same physical weight as the D4, same size, not going to hide it. On the 800, it's really well balanced, just like it was with the D4. But it's just this You just can't get over that. I mean, it just keeps on going. You gotta love that. Now, is this camera for everybody? It's not. I mean, if you're photographing a stamp collection, okay, you don't need, right? I mean, this is a very specific tool, and I'm using it in that way. Now, for example, if I want to be stealthy, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to take the DF, small, light, quiet, and so inconspicuous that no one even knows it's real. I mean, I can't believe how I can go and shoot with that camera and people just ignore me. I like that fact. No one's going to ignore this big bad boy, okay? And that's the way it should be. It's big, it's beautiful, the image quality is amazing. The D4s, okay, to me it's worth the upgrade over the D4. It solves problems and makes images that just keep on giving. And that's what you want from any camera body you put in your camera bag.